And now that I got your attention with this clickbaity title, it's time to talk about why work-life balance is such a sham. It's a damn unicorn. And before you bring that dad energy in here, you relax with your dad bod. I will outrun you. I got a dad bod too, but y'all will outrun. Sit your ass down. I'll outrun you. You talking about something? Oh boy, Curtis, you don't even know. I'm on your head. I got work-life balance right now. Sit down for a second. Let me explain to you why that is. It's not a thing. Work-life balance is trash. Let's talk about it. Music producers, if you've never seen one of my videos, I do videos that are so out of the box for music producers all the time on this channel. This is Curtis King TV and I am of course Curtis King. Please like, subscribe, and share these videos. I do these to help people. And I think one way I can help you today is to get rid of this idea that you're going to one day achieve this magical balance between your family, between your beat making, between your friends, between your Xbox. Get that out your head. I think too many people in their minds have been told by so many entrepreneurs and think pieces and blogs and all their lives. I know I've been told it all my life that you want to achieve work-life balance. What the hell does balance actually look like? I have some demonstrations for you. Hold on. Balance. This jug of water is full. This jug of water is empty. I can feel. Close my eyes, I can feel, okay, this is heavy. There's an imbalance here, okay? Well, I can see imbalance. So I always said, I don't believe in balance, I believe in imbalance, because balance is this idea that things are the exact same weight. And when you can quantify it, then I guess it is a possibility. But when we're talking about life, fam, life, we're talking about you working on a beat for an hour. Technology sometimes can get on your nerves, but you working on a beat for an hour exerts a certain level of energy that you may or may not notice at the end of it. Sometimes I have days where I'm like, damn, I'm tired after a few hours of making beats. Compare that to 30 to 45 minutes with my son, and every other day I'm with my son the full day. So I'm giving you an example of a real producer dad out here who's dealing with this. I have a 3-year-old that is so full of energy. He is like, his blood is made of 40 espressos and a cocktail of Red Bulls shooting out of a cannon. That is him. Soon as he hears Netflix logo, he's like, because he know Word Party about to go off, his energy is through the roof. An hour of that, I love my boy, but an hour of that? You trying to tell me that's balanced because I spent an hour working on a beat and an hour with my son shooting energy out of a cannon? It ain't the same, fam. So I think there's actually another word that we're trying to achieve. I think what you really want to achieve, music producers, when you ask people like myself, how do you balance family and how do you balance music? It's a legitimate question, but I think what you're really trying to achieve, it's not balance. You're trying to achieve harmony. Curtis, what the hell is the difference between balance and harmony? One of the definitions states that balance is a point between two opposite forces that is desirable over purely one state or the other. Example, I'm hot as hell right now, man. I wish I had some cold water, man. I need some water. I need to balance this hot feeling with some water. Oh, that's room temperature. Oh, that's cold. I like that. That's the balance that I want to achieve, so I am no longer hot and my pH is in the right place. That's balance. Getting rid of one other choice in place of the other so that you could achieve a certain goal that creates this balance that you want to achieve. You talking about work life? You're not trying to get rid of, you trying to get rid of life so you can have more work time? Are you trying to get rid of your family so you can have more? That's not what we're trying, I don't, maybe some of y'all, but that don't sound like what you're trying to achieve, right? Well, let's go ahead and think about this even further. With harmony, the definition states that it is an order or congruity of two things or two parts to their whole or to one another. Basically saying that, why am I explaining harmony to a bunch of producers? Harmony is when things are congruent, things are together, when things are not fighting and clashing, even if they're opposites, an 808 and a pad instrument. When they come together, when they're not fighting, right? When them high frequencies ain't buzzing around and the lower frequencies of the pad are not clashing with the 808 and they work in perfect harmony, there's a place for them both. Why? Because they're both in peace doing what they do best. And I think that that is what we're trying to achieve. I wish somebody would have told me this earlier, because before I came across the definition of harmony and how it's different from balance, I started to think, well, maybe the goal is improper balance, right? Because I know that if I spend more time with my family, that will come at the expense of some success I could have in my business, which is ultimately there to support my family. But I also know that if I spend more time with my business, that's at the expense expense of the happiness of my wife and of my son, and because, you know, I'm part of that happiness. And part of the reason that my wife, and it's the same thing for your significant other, whether you're a male producer, female producer, mom producer, dad producer, it applies to you. Your significant other chose you because of the confidence that you exhibited in the craft that you already had. There was something about what they saw in you when you were going at music. There's something about you, I just like that. And maybe they don't even realize that's part of it, because there are some significant others that will try to get rid of that so that they can achieve some kind of balance. But what they really want is harmony as well. They want peace. How do you achieve that harmony is the better question to ask. So, achieving the harmony for me goes like this. My wife has a business of her own. We're both stay-at-home parents that have our own business. We're entrepreneurs and we're married. I love her to death, and we have a 3-year-old son. Joy of our life.
Sorry, I'm having trouble.
Shut up. Joy of our life. But there are days that my wife needs to go all the way in and focus on her business to keep it being a success. It's a nail business. To keep it being a success, she must focus in and give it the same dedication I give my music. In order for that to be achieved, that means that on those days, I spend the full day giving my son my full attention and not working on anything except for my relationship with my son and doing everything I can do to be a great role model. Flip side, she is with him being an awesome role model when his dad is upstairs cooking up beats and doing what he do on these streams and all that good stuff. But that creates harmony, because when you talk about trying to achieve balance, you know what that does? When you achieve balance, when you take one thing away so that there can be some balance with one of these polar opposites, it makes you start wondering, what if? Damn, what if I would have spent more time with my music in my 20s? Damn, what if I didn't become a family man? Man, what if and I feel like that puts you in such a toxic state of mind to always be wondering what if. I have so many rapper friends, producer friends that were hot on music, and they found somebody one day that just changed their life and was like, damn, you bad. You gotta you trying to change my life for the next, 18 years? And then sure enough, they had a child and everything changed. And they say, you know what? I'm giving up music because I want to focus on family. That's cool. Look, I'm not here to argue that with anybody. But what I found with a lot of them is that they always found their way back to music somehow, some way. Why is that? Because even though they achieved the balance that made their family happy, it did not create an internal harmony between them and that creative spirit that they had before they had a family. So I say to you, make sure that you're creating the harmony within you first. Because for some people, it's important for them to have...
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Because for some people, the harmony that they want to create starts with what makes me happy, because I'm the only one that knows the code to the safe that makes me happy. What makes me happy is to see a smile on my family's face. What makes me happy is to see a smile on my own face. But I cannot control what happens with other human beings, because their happiness is their responsibility. My happiness is my responsibility. But I know there are things that I do to make their lives a little bit easier and more harmonious. Part of that is making sure that I put myself in harmony with my craft, my creativity, do things that stretch my brain, have hobbies, and do things that make me just a better human being so that I can be a better husband, so that I can be a better father. But that's not balance. I'm not getting rid of anything. I am trying to figure out, how can I make these polar opposites, this career, these friendships, this family unit, how can I make those, instead of clashing with one another, how can I make them work in harmony? Part of that harmony is making sacrifice, and I have for sure made sacrifices. Now, I only work 3 days out of the week, but those 3 days, I probably have a level of focus that rivaled my 7-day weeks when I used to work every single day. Why? Because I said I can always work on this tomorrow. Now, I don't have that same luxury, but that harmony creates such a beautiful experience, not just with my family, because my wife is glad she get a break from my son who's shooting off energy like a cannon, but she also gets to focus on her work. Same thing with me. On my work days, dad's up here. My son pops up here doing his music. He's doing his streaming, but it makes me hyper focus on the fact that, look, I only got 24 hours. I better wake up early. I better get this done, and I better not play with my time on social media. And so what do? I hyper focus, and I actually get more work done doing less work on less days. How the hell does that happen? Harmony. So please, my friends, don't look out here for ways to achieve balance, because that means that one thing is going to be without the other thing, and you got to get rid of something. Look to achieve harmony. Once again, music producers, I gotta thank you for watching today's video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like the video, and make sure that you share it and comment, man. Make sure you comment and let me know what you think of this. If you one of them dads is like, oh, Curtis, I'm on your head, boy. I got these doctors on. I'm finna fight you in my dad bod. Do what you gotta do. I don't know why you so mad. Don't be mad. If anything, I want you to now achieve the harmony and talk to your spouse about what's gonna make it a harmonic environment. You're a producer, for crying out loud. You know about harmonies. Do what you need to do. Like I always say, in this life, you will not be full of life until you decide to live life to its fullest. Once again, it's Curtis King of Curtis King TV. A little shameless plug. Have a good one. Peace.
Look up, Nazi. Say cheese.